is the range of PBs on. Oh wait, yeah, it's on screen. Well, darn it. Got me 37. Oh yeah, okay, all right.
Yeah, these two have recently picked back up the game just because of the tournament. They have played the game previously, but I believe Hactical's PB is or rules. I can't remember which one. They have a better one than what their splits actually shows.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, Haktical seems to have a little hiccup on the start into the intro stage. Getting stuck behind one of the pillars or whatever you want to call them.
Hactical is having a little trouble getting to the top of those ladders.
Yeah, I know everyone always says that gap jumps in this game are free. However, when I may have ever tried it, I don't understand how gap jumps work, so...
Alrighty, Raul gets the CFO kill, and so does Hactical. Looks like Raul's going to have about a 4 to 5 second lead starting out in this race. I believe both of the runners, or no, I think Hactical is using the Ostrich third route, and I think Raul is using the Stack third route.
Oh yeah, they do have a route difference indeed. Yeah, there's probably quite a couple different routes you can run in X2. Or do people only use the Stag or Ostrich third ones?
Those are basically the two routes in when you do when you collect the Shoryuken.
Okay, alright. Yeah, you're gonna have to not mind me still asking a couple questions here and there. You know I don't run this game, I only watch it being played all the time.
No problem. So both the players are grabbing the first of the 8 heart tanks. They do have to collect all the heart tanks, all the sub tanks, and get X's armor completed in order to get the Shoryuken close to the end of the game. Yeah, Raul gets a Sunny pattern, and let's see what he gets for the last pattern.
Yeah, the patterns actually really kind of determine what happens. The rain impairs your movement, it pushes you back towards the left, and the sun may actually cause some lag if you're not really sure what you're doing.
Yeah.
Well, but players arriving at Sponge. No. Ironically, you don't want Sponge to go all angry and rage at you, and at the same time, this is the reason a lot of people rage at the game.
Ooh, so. Raul gets the God Sponge. Oh boy.
That could make the... Oh, wow. Wow.
Amazing. That is the perfect Sponge fight right there.
He just went up twice, didn't he?
Yep. That's what you want right there.
Yeah.
And now Hactical is going to have to force Angry Sponge, so we're going to see a huge spread on the time difference right off the bat. And that was a gold split on Raul's side.
Yeah, he teleported out at 3:29, and we're still watching Sponge explode right now at 3:45 on the Hactical's side. That's really going to be quite the difference. That means that Sponge right here kind of already determines partially a really big lead.
We'll see what happens when we
was a little bit ahead getting into that, but this should expand on it really enormously.
And we'll see what Centipede does when we get to him. So Raul's getting the arm upgrade here.
Yep. Haktical not really that far behind him. Getting to the arm capsule as well. Right as Rayul leaves it. Rayul actually making a little secondary decision there as he jumps off that platform and decides, nope, gonna land on the spikes.
Yeah, You must be a few seconds behind me because I'm a little bit further than you, I think.
Oh no, I actually only mentioned it a bit after I saw it.
Oh, okay. So you're about 5:05 on Raul's side.
5:05 on Raul is now.
Okay, so you're about 6 seconds behind me then, because I was at 5:11.
Oh, okay. Yeah, for a second I thought that the stream was like the same, except I was brain lagging because it's so late here.
Yeah.
Could have been that too.
Oh, Raul gets a double chain over that cannon driver, so that's really good. So Raul's gonna have to use the buffer chain strat here for Gator. Oh no.
Oh, well, that's pretty. What is it? A 3-frame window to re-hit Gator, or
it's
is it more?
It's 5 frames.
5. Okay.
And it looks like Raul's playing on emulator because the hits are too fast. Yeah.
Yeah, Raul actually does play on emulator. He actually, to go more into that, as far as I am aware, he even plays on keyboard.
Nice.
At least I remember he used to play on keyboard back in X1, but he may have gotten a controller by now. Not really sure. Oh. And it looks like Haktical's been catching up to him during this entire Gator fight.
Yeah. Just now noticed that.
Yeah, I was so busy watching Raul struggle through Gator.
Haktical must have gotten the 1 cycle.
Yeah.
To have made
actually,
up.
this catches him up to like 3 seconds, really making a big gap closer from the sponge blitz that they both have. Now will be a little bit difficult to see how both players are doing until later in the 8 maps where the routes converge again, which will be nowhere really, I guess. The counter stages is where they come back together.
So we see Haktical going ostrich third. And we have Raul going stag third.
If I'm not mistaken, then stag third is actually the more difficult but actual faster route, right?
Yeah, it has some sections that are a little bit more difficult, and due to no RNG in the ostrich fight and the fact that you have burner earlier, which means you get to use it a lot more, it saves more time through the rest of the 8 Mavericks than having burner a little bit later in the ostrich third. It saves about 6 seconds.
Yeah, I see. I guess burner is actually a really big weapon in this game for movement. It's used really a lot.
This looks like it's going to be a good match because both of the players are reaching the boss fight of their third Maverick. And it takes roughly about the same amount of time to get to both of them. It's a little bit faster to get to Ostrich, though, so it's going to be hard to see who's really in the lead until, obviously, the start of the Counter Hunter stages.
Yeah.
And Raul's climbing along with Stag, so he's able to get those dash shots in on him as he climbs.
I guess he takes after the Brazilian idol with Luis, who also always does the climbing.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta go after the national speedrunning hero of Brazil. Actually, that's very well possible, since very often, like, the Brazilian community keeps like some kind of streaming sessions where they show each other games and how to play them. Both players going on to their third map, their fourth Maverick right now, which is Crab for Haktical and Centipede for Raul.
And Raul makes it over the death jump in Centipede. And let's see if he gets the burner. Yes, he does. He gets the burner to the sub-tank. So probably one of the most nerve-wracking parts of Centipede is already over, and that's really important. And Haktical gets the neon jump to the crab sub-tank. Oh, no!
Crap. I see a death on Haktical, but I missed exactly what happened.
He thought he couldn't make it to the wall there at the bottom of the screen, so he tried to go back and grab the lift, but he grabbed it at the very bottom, and he slid off, and he fell to his death.
Oh, darn it. That's not what you want to have, of course.
Raul gets the zip from the block.
Yeah, and goes on to a pretty heavy RNG, not manipulated boss, but one that can really save you tons of time if he does exactly what you want.
And he gets a teleport right away.
Oh, well.
More shurikens.
Rip good RNG for Raul here.
Oh, and he does the tailspin on the ceiling. You can still get the tailspin glitch if Centipede's on the ceiling, but you have to pay attention what side of the screen he's on, and you have to dash jump to that same wall. But he wasn't able to get it there. Oh no, and Centipede drained his ability to charge. So, okay, he did tailspin, so now he can shoot him with the chain, and Centipede won't get knocked out of that move. So it was salvageable by Raul, but he's going to lose a little bit of time there for that.
Yeah, it really is a fight that can go so good or so wrong, mostly wrong, if Centipede doesn't want to cooperate. Meanwhile, we've also seen Haktical dealing with Crab, which is a bit of a simpler boss as long as you throw the wheel on him.
So through all of that, they're both killed their fourth boss at the same time.
Yeah, exactly. Same split time, in fact. That's pretty nice to see. Now we're going to see Raul close the gap on one of the longest pits in the entire game, probably. Well, now we've seen the biggest pit in the game. I hope everyone enjoyed this. And next up, we'll see Raul doing a little mini boss skip. It's actually something really subtle in this run that I guess you would almost forget or not notice if you have never played this game, but there's in fact a mini boss there where he does a charged burner to bypass the trigger of the mini boss.
And what's interesting here is Raul went straight to the capsule, so now when he has to trigger the second to last crystal here, he has to go back. So he has to outrun the bats and the large... Oh no, he tried for crystal skip and couldn't get it. Ouch. That is a tough trick, and that's really risky because... Oh man, because that's what happens if you fail it. What happened there? He tried to do a skip going back to the ladder. Oh no, and he got... Oh no, he got pinched between the crystals.
Oh my god, Raul, please, what are you doing?
What he was trying to do, if you shoot a neon shot, it actually shrinks X's hitbox. so that when that large crystal passes over X, you'll see. Now he gets it that time. So it actually shrinks his hitbox to where as long as he's still moving, he won't get crushed on the crystal.
Well, we have to give him some props for actually being willing to try that again right at that point after dying twice.
Yeah.
That's some major guts to have in the middle of a race.
When that was found, it was we all thought it was an emulator only kind of thing, but it has been proven to work on console. But no one goes for it because it's not worth it. As you can see, what happened.
I guess it's actually a really scary trick to attempt.
And it only saves maybe a second. That's all it saves. And you're risking losing your run if you go for it.
Or your race, in this case. Meanwhile, we have Snail going down now for EaBTasRaiul, and Stag was finished off by Haktical, who is now onto the mod stage and is picking up the Giga Crush weapon, which looks really super cool, and it's so cool, way too cool for us, because normally it doesn't even get used in the entire speedrun. So I hope everyone enjoyed that mini show, because it's not coming back.
Don't be so sure. We'll see what happens. We've seen it used in this tournament. So
yeah, I think I saw someone use it. I know sometimes they get used to wipe Sergei's initial shield wall.
Yeah, his fortress turrets will all get destroyed at once.
Oh, are those the official names? Because I didn't really know what to call them.
They're just turrets. That's all that's all what we call them. So Raul is getting the heart. He got the ass grab, is what I like to call that. Mega Man 1 has a similar trick where when you defeat Gutsman and the item drops and and Mega Man grabs it from behind. I came up with I just adopted the name for getting the heart tank. X's momentum, when he turns the bike, he'll back into that heart and grabs it from behind.
Did you originally come up with this name, or did you steal it elsewhere?
No, I just saw it from the Mega Man 1 trick, and I just adopted the name because it kind of fits.
Oh, okay. It sounded like something Hatfield could have come up with.
And that's a good grab on the heart, because it's just a frame saver if you get that good of a grab.
Yep, true. Haktical right now is will be trying to do some specific hits on this early mod pod, or whatever you want to call that little thing.
All of that lag.
Yeah, he does that because he wants to skip a certain phase of the fight. So, in which there's a lot of, I believe, RNG where it's hard to hit mod, because he like spins around on the ground or something like this.
No, you just want to kill. You just want to kill the cocoon as fast as you can, so that all the debris that he throws around doesn't cause so much lag.
Oh, okay, or that, yeah.
There's no RNG to the fight as long as you execute it properly.
Yeah, I know it's very similar, but I know there was this specific thing that you didn't want to happen. But I rarely get to see it when I'm watching the runs, so perhaps I should have actually played the game myself before attempting commentary. But alas, Mott goes down. I guess Mott is one of the easier fights in the 8 maps, honestly. Just as long as you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Raul gets the 7-pixel wall grab there off that ceiling and makes it up to the heart tank.
Yep, it's a nice movement.
And that's another interesting thing with the Sack Third Right. You don't have to worry about doing neon jumps because you have the slope jumps and these surface jumps off of the water to help you get to these items.
Yeah, I do have to say that Haktical's been doing a pretty good job at that. When he needed the neons, he did actually execute them, and he seemed to be doing a pretty good job at that, not really getting stuck anywhere to the point where it took like 5 minutes to execute a neon or something, since they are not the easiest thing to execute.
Yeah, just look at my last race, and you'll see how hard the neons are. I lost. It took me 25 seconds to get up to the Shiryu capsule.
Well, no, there's a good example. So in a moment we'll see what the Haktical his centipede gets to look like. Doesn't get the little thingy. Just gonna
Raul takes down Crab.
Yeah.
Not much of a problem. Let's see what Centipede does for Haktical.
Yeah, I'm assuming that this means that...
instant tailspin, but he's too far away to really try for the glitch. Now he has to wait for another pattern. He throws shurikens, so then he's going to jump to the ceiling. Uh-oh, ceiling tailspin. I don't believe Haktical knows about the centipede glitch, or at least he knows how to do it. So we're just going to see him hope that as long as tailspin occurs, or the Magna Attractor, like these two moves here, he's not going to get knocked out of his move and get forced to teleport. But now that he's lost his tail, any more hits that he takes, he will teleport.
Yeah, but that seemed a pretty decent fight for Haktical for his, well, splits from what I can see. He doesn't really seem to be losing much time on his PB split.
And Raul gets the toe on the moth capsule there.
Oh, we have a toe capsule here as well. Oh, dang.
Yeah, but the only thing about this capsule toe is that if you get no lag as you fall down the hidden passageway to get to the capsule, I don't believe you can get the toe because the lag, I guess, keeps you from swapping the chain fast enough, or the lack of lag, to get to fire the chain to thrust yourself into the inside of that capsule.
Yeah, I see.
It's really weird. So no lag, no toe. Lag, toe.
Yeah, I guess for that specific instance, you might just want to, Haktical, please be careful with those spikes. Darn it, son. Don't play with the people's hearts like that. And meanwhile, Raul is burning up the entire centipede stage. And let's see what Haktical does here. Oh, he also goes straight to the capsule. Let's hope he doesn't take a, double death on the attempted crystal skip by Raul.
I hope he's not going for the crystal skip too.
Well, we'll find out in a moment. Meanwhile, Raul comes out in the mod fight.
No, he's not going to attempt the crystal skip.
Alright.
Probably a wise move.
It's like we're having a match of the smart guy versus the one who really wants to show off here. At least as far as the snail stage goes. Okay, we see Moth exploding, which means Raul is pretty much, well, done with his 8 map. And as soon as we see Haktical finishing up Snail, we will be done there as well. It's not going to take very long. Oh, apparently it doesn't do that quick kill, so we get the really funny looking bounce that shell around fight. I actually really like looking at this one, even though it's not fast, but it just looks really funny.
Oh, almost got the shell bounce during the explosion.
I think that's a really cool fight to look at, to be honest. Real took a little hit there. Actually scared me for a second. I saw him drop to those spikes, but you know, getting started on Counter Hunter, Haktical really isn't that far behind him, to be honest. Suppose the game's still really open for both players.
Yeah, they're actually close enough that, you know, the race isn't over.
No, far from it. You're getting the knight by the claw over there.
Like, Haktical can come back and take the lead if something should happen here in the next stage, or even the Shiryu rush.
Oh, Haktical taking a little step back there because he saw the flyer go off who would pull the walls together. He didn't want to risk any funny business there. Probably just playing on insurance to make sure he doesn't take any risk that isn't necessary.
So, Haktical is only a half a stage behind. I think this is the closest race we've had all day, like, in terms of, we've got two, I guess, relatively average runners racing each other, so anything can happen. So we won't know exactly who's going to win until probably the very end.
Yeah, looks quite like it. It's always nice to see two people who have equal chances. Oh, of course, you cannot avoid that. You're going to have some matches that are kind of decided ahead of time, but those have to be there as well.
Oh no, Raul dies trying to burn her under those two horizontal lifts. Oh no, so that's not gonna put him behind just yet, but that does make up a little bit of ground for Haktical.
Yeah, that means that the half-stage advantage is actually shrinking, and this is a really short stage actually, Crown Hunter 2. It's just that its stage is extremely
it's
dangerous.
Actually, it's really technically a half a stage period because there's no halfway checkpoint in this stage. So if you die, you automatically start back over from the beginning, unless you die during the boss fight, and then you just start over in the boss corridor.
Yeah, true. Well, it's a really short stage, but it's probably one of the most dangerous because the entire stage is literally a pile of spikes, one after the other.
Okay, Raul gets both the middle turrets before the fight starts. He gets the upper and bottom ones. And, he's getting a good fight so far. Oh boy, we might have ourselves a triple-double.
And meanwhile, we saw a miss with the elevator skip on
Haktical. He almost got it. Dang. He got two doubles though, so that's a decently good Sergei's fight.
Haktical, meanwhile, lost a little bit of time again by missing that skip, and he had to wait for the elevator to come back and pick him up. Technically, we still see both players in the same fight right now, kind of. I guess there is nothing to worry about. There is still a lot of death incoming in the next couple stages, or at least possibilities.
Oh man, Haktical tried to release the charged Sonic Slicer during the period that he was taking knockback damage, and he lost his charge, so he had to charge up his Slicer all over again. So he's just going to stand under this this little safe spot here and just safely let the charged Sonic Slicers go. And he's at kind of low health anyway, so he doesn't want to risk a death, especially when he's already behind.
Yep. Meanwhile, we see Raul going bottom route.
Oh no! Raul died He tried to salvage that, missing out that burner, and he tried to air dash through the spikes where that 1-up was, and ended up flipping the top row of spikes.
Raul seems to really be a risk taker here.
Oh, was that was a game over from Raul?
Yeah, that was a game over.
Oh man, this does put Haktical back in it now.
Oh, Raul with the neon gap jump there, a little bit of fancy movement here.
Because if you game over, then you have to start all the way over, and that was a lot of ground to lose too. Oh, and Raul now has to farm for a health just so he can get the Shiryu capsule to spawn.
Yeah, and luckily as he explodes the spawning point of those enemies, it does drop a health. And we do see him picking up the Shoryuken.
Ooh, and we had a camera glitch there on Hactical's side.
Camera glitch?
Yeah, there's a little glitch there. You can actually get the camera to scroll over to see what's behind that wall. The other half of the or the first part of the bottom route.
Oh,
it's nothing major. It's just really neat to see.
I suppose I missed that. Meanwhile, I was gonna say Haktical struggling to get up to the Shoryu capsule, but right as I wanted to say that, he actually makes it up there.
It looks like Raul got the buffered Shoryu on Agile. By the looks of his placement on that ledge.
Yeah. I only wish that people would be racing this game in the English version, simply because the text on the Shoryu capsule is actually pretty amazing. I remember when I played this game casually once, I took the English version just because I wanted to read the text. And
oh no, Haktical thought about going straight into the door, but noticed that he has to burn the sub-tank if he wants to show you Agile. So, you're gonna see Haktical take some extra time out during the Shoryu rush to get some health. And Raul may do the same. We'll have to see how good his Shoryus are. Oh no, and he bonked. Luckily, oh no, he used the second sub tank, which didn't have enough energy, so he was forced to burn the other one. So now Raul's in the same situation. He has no sub tank energy, but he has one of the refights down.
Yeah, so he's fight ahead with both players. Really will be heavily pushed back if they make an error anywhere.
So now it's going to be interesting to see after every refight if they need health or don't need health, and if they need health, will they go out of their way to pick up any of the extra mini refills?
Raul actually goes for a little trip of halt first.
So Raul gets the Moth kill, and Haktical is on the same refight.
Nice. Yeah, mostly his boss rush will be interesting to see if there are any hiccups from either players, because that's really going to be what decides where they're going right now. Haktical very dedicated in picking up his health up there after the fights. Probably really doesn't want to get stuck in a position where he needs to do a normal fight. But Raul seems to really be going for it. This does put him a little bit ahead.
So I think Raul's got 3 refights left, and Haktical has, I think, 6.
Yeah, I didn't exactly keep track of the count on both players.
Oh, and Haktical gets the chain sponge, and now he's just going to have to wait for Sponge to do another attack. There he goes.
Alright. Oh.
So, as you see, the Shoryuken carries you forward and then upward. So, if you can get the enemy into a position to be in the air, then they're basically a sitting duck when it comes to getting SRK'd.
I do have to say it looked kind of funny that Raul had an SRK there that kind of seemed to go through the ostrich. Let's see, Gator is a pretty difficult one. And
nice.
Oh, nice. Raul gets it. Raul gets it. Big obstacle out of the way. Haktical still very dedicated in picking up the health in between all the fights. He is a dedicated farmer.
Yeah, if he gets all the health refills and doesn't have to waste any of those health on his own HP bar, he should have around 2 full sub-tanks.
And that can actually make a difference, because I don't think Raul really picked up that much, so this does mean that Haktical has a little bit more insurance, no matter how the boss rush ends right now. Because if Raul makes any mistakes on the final stage, then Haktical might pick up simply by having more insurance sub-tanks.
Yeah, if Haktical can avoid taking damage and can get the Shiryus, then he's gonna possibly surpass Raul if Raul makes a mistake in any of the final fights. Yep. And we're seeing a simultaneous snail kill.
But I don't think this was the final.
Yeah, it's not the final. Haktical. It's not the final for Haktical, but it is the last refight for Raul. Now it's Haktical's turn to take on Gator.
And we'll quickly see how that goes for him. Oh no, he actually misses the chain on Gator, who dives into the roof. Yeah, this could really cost him a lot of time. He gets a second dive from Gator. So we'll have to see what Raul gets up to. Because I think it's going to take quite a couple mistakes from him for Haktical to make up for this.
So we got the 0 fight for Raul. He gets it.
Oh my god, spoilers. Haktical is still picking up a couple health. And Raul meanwhile spamming lemons on his way towards the final boss for him. And the last boss in the boss rush goes down for Haktical.
Oh wow. Nice from Raul.
Alright, that was a clean
now we're pretty sure Raul's got this in the bag.
Well, you never know. Maybe his controller dies or his keyboard. You know, critical error in his emulator.
and with that, Raul finishes with a race bot time of 37 minutes and 37 seconds.
Alright, well, GG to Raul. And now we can all
But
Haktical
is just a little bit behind. He's not too far. He's in the same stage. Okay, so X is a little bit... Actually, he's way back. So it's going to be interesting to see what strat he does here. He's probably going to shoot a lemon to stall Zero from firing his buster shots. Yes, and that's what he does. Now he just has. Oh wow! I've never seen that before. He sure used so late that Zero has already initiated his sword sweep, and he got the Shiryu off just in the nick of time to pass through him.
Wow!
That was fortunate. He was going to get hit into the wall if that was any later.
I suppose we could call this out for the frame perfect Zero fight or something.
The reason why you have to fight Zero at the end of the final stage in X2 any percent is because after you beat the first 2 Mavericks that have the cutscene where those 3 X Hunters, they actually have in possession for the storyline purposes Zero's parts. So if you were to play the 100% category, you actually have to hunt them down in the 8 Maverick stages to fight them. And then when you defeat them, they give you one of 3 Zero's parts. And you have to beat all of them during the course of the 8 during the course of the 8 Maverick run. to collect all of Zero's parts, and you have to get all of them. If you miss one, then you have to fight Zero at the end of the game.
Alright, and I see meanwhile Haktical is finished up as well. I see a split timer of 39-33, but I don't know what RaceBot is reporting.
RaceBot has him down as a 39-34.
39-34. Well, good
so
game
about
to boat
about
runners.
a 2-minute difference, so that's not bad.
No, both players kind of performed similar towards their respective PBs, both 2 to 3 minutes behind their personal best. Well, at least taking that their splits show their actual PBs.
Alrighty, and with that, that is the last of the X2 races for tonight. But tomorrow we have at least 4 more races in store. Starting at 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, we have another match from Group F. We have Colonel Fatso versus Haktical at 6 p.m. Following at 8 p.m., we have FS Lynx and Darrenville. They will play their match out of, I believe it's Group C or D. I can't recall the letter. I think it's C, Group C. And then at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time tomorrow, we have a double race. We have Torta Diego versus Tiki 77747. And we also have Tokyo DC2 versus Infinite Mystery. It'll be interesting to see how Tokyo and Tiki do in their respective races. Not necessarily against their respective opponents, but against each other, since they both do have 33s. And Tokyo has been playing in the Mega Man 3 tournament as well, so it'll be interesting to see how well his first X2 race in quite a while turns out.
Yeah, and for people who want to keep track of what's going on with the X2 tournament or with the match schedule, I see that Mythical was so kind to have Nightbot post the respective links for the tournament bracket and the schedule. So if you want to see most up-to-date information about the tournament, I suppose you do as Mr. Lone Sniper, who just bookmarked said pages so know when he has to be here.
And I believe that does conclude our session for tonight. So thank you everybody for watching, and we hope to see you tomorrow for more Mega Man X2 tournament action. So on behalf of Drago, I'm Just Incredible, along with Mythical 9. Thanks for watching everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Pew pew. See you.